This is Dr. Dev Narayan Sarkar. I head the consumer business for Godrej Interio, and Godrej Interio is one of the 14 businesses of Godrej and Boyce, which is the flagship company of the Godrej Group. I am the senior vice president. I am here to talk to the Chennai media and to the Tamil Nadu media, because we are doing some special things for the consumers in Tamil Nadu. One of the primary things which we are doing is we are getting more into the distribution. We are expanding our footprint of showrooms. In the next, while we already have a lot of showrooms, in the next 3 years we will launch 10 new showrooms and expand our footprint by appointing 10 new distributors and 180 new retailers. So this is to showcase our new products. And one of the most important new products which we have launched now is a rubber wood bed, and along with the rubber wood bed we have also launched a few shisham wood beds. Solid wood furniture is basically is a big category in Tamil Nadu, and we want to capture at least 20% market share or 20% market share in the solid wood category. Overall, we already have a 22% market share in the organized furniture segment, which we want to grow to 35% over the next 3 years. So these are a few items. What I can highlight is we are a lot into youthful trendy furniture today. We have developed products like Creations, which is a completely customized home storage solution built out of steel. We have developed upmods sofas, upmods dining table and upmods beds, which is again fully customizable and completely customizable modular furniture items, where a person can have a granite table, a granite top dining table, a marble top dining table, a wood top with storage, may have a printed glass top. Anything is possible in those cases. Similarly for sofas, similarly for beds, where people can actually choose the headboards, the footboards. Even in sofas, they can choose from a wide range of fabric and upholstery. So today world is moving towards factory made modular furniture. So while modularity solves for customization, so every home furniture would be unique, and while factory made furniture solves for the problems of all of these things, termites, borer problems, all get solved because of the great edge sealing process, good quality products used, and a great gluing process. A factory made product actually solves for a lot of these issues. So we want to bring the best of all worlds, and also we are putting a focus on mattresses. We are already growing 80% in mattresses in Tamil Nadu, and we have an entire range of Godrej mattresses today. We will focus more and more on those. So 7 of those 10 new distributors we are appointing are actually mattress distributors. So we want the consumers of Tamil Nadu to also have great quality Godrej mattresses, which are good for your health and for your backbones. So thank you all. Have a great festive season, consumers of Tamil Nadu. We will bring in a great consumer offers ranging from 25 to 35% offs. All the best. Have a great festive season. Thank you. Opulent, large engineered wood product, which has cabinets and light fittings in the headboards. They need headboards which are bolted to the wall. So India is I would say basically a amazing place where every state has its own nuances. So we try to cater to all these different nuances for different places. If you go to Nagaland, they want beds with posters. So they want the 4 poster beds, where they would have this mosquito net which is pre-built into it. So we provide those elements. Bombay, for example, has very small apartments. So they want beds which are engineered wood but smaller in size. They want products which are convertible. A small center table which converts to a dining table. A Jimmy bed which goes into a wall. So a lot of nuances are there. I can actually sit here and talk for an entire day about the nuances of different states. So wherever I go, we research a lot about that state and try to give them back what they want. Because we have very automated factories and machineries which are adaptable. We just have to feed in the engineering drawing and it will produce the products. So both our wood as well as our metal products, for example, we use a machine called salvaging machines, where we can program and immediately the cutting, the bending and all the tooling will happen. And so our factories are built for flexibility. We sell more than 4,500 products, SKUs, which is not possible unless we have such flexible automated factories and machines. So I can tell you much more stories. We'll discuss over lunch and I'll tell you more stories about different states.
Information about 350 crore of revenue target in the southern market.
Yeah.
So where does it stand now?
It is around 200 crores. It is around 200 crores at present. We aim to keep growing at around 25% and we should get to 350 crores. And that is where we are catering to these fund needs of people. And creating and catering to the youthful needs of people. So our designers, we have an entire design team and we also hire designers from outside if required. But we try to produce items and design items which are necessary for people. Sometimes consumers themselves don't know what they need. We try to figure out what they need. For example, this upmod sofa I was talking about. We have, and South is very, very IT oriented. People want to sit on the sofa, work on their laptop, charge their laptop. So within the sofa itself on the side panel, they are providing a recess where they can put in the charger. And if they just want to keep the laptop away, it gives a recess to put the laptop in and close the handle door. It keeps getting charged. They can pull it out and again start working. Even for phones and all. So we are trying to give them the needs which they may have at present. And in fact, the research shows that Tamil Nadu also people want these IT savvy things where people, even the beds, we are providing a good upholstery on the bed because we are discovering that people want to live on their beds in the sense that they will sit on their beds and work on their laptops and they want to watch movies while sitting on their bed rather than on their sofa in the living room. So we do a lot of these life cycle studies in consumers and then we come up with these products.
You mentioned about the 4,000 SKUs. If you can give split up where are these manufactured? For example, mattresses you said it's from Haridwar.
So we have our steel making units in Bombay and Vikhroli and we have 3 units in Khalapur. Khalapur is somewhere between Pune and Vikhroli. So that is where we manufacture. We have another unit in Bhagwanpur, which is also near Haridwar, which manufactures all our seating units. Haridwar manufactures all mattresses and sofas. We have 2 units in Shirwal near Pune, which manufactures all our wooden items. And we also liaison with a lot of vendors. Of course, we have our quality controls, etc., where we get some of our products manufactured. And as I said, we have an export-oriented unit in just near Chennai, which is complete SEZ unit, from where we export.
100% export.
It's 100% export unit. We can sell products from there, paying the necessary customs duties because since it's an export-oriented unit, if I sell in India, I have to pay customs duties. So it's a reverse. But we had built that unit also basically keeping that in mind that someday, if required, we can also import from here. So if you sell from that unit, it's
300 crores. Although we are talking 350 crores. How much comes from Tamil Nadu and from other southern states? What are the contributing?
So we'll give you the breakup. Give him the breakup. Just note it down and give him the
And what about the overall national revenue?
national revenue around 2,500.
Yes. And how much you are targeting for the next 3 years?
Next 3 years, we want to keep growing at around 25% CAGR. And it will come to whatever it comes to. You can do that.
We are not saying 300 crores. 350 crores what you are talking about. And southern region.
350 crores is for southern region.
And this 25% CAGR you're talking for the lower region. 25% CAGR is looking for the
No, for southern region. For southern
money for southern
Only
region.
for
What
southern.
about pan-India?
Pan-India would be around 20%. Southern region will be growing a little higher for us because
what we discovered is we do need to do this special consumer research and introduce products which will work in southern India. So we are doing that very actively today.
How much are investing in consumer research?
Consumer research, we invest approximately 2.5 to 3 crores every year on doing research. So this is our, we call it the consumer research portion of our integrated marketing cell budgets. So I know because, and we have to keep doing this research. This is very important for us. We cannot simply keep seeing what is selling and copying that. We have to do fundamental research. So today, if you go to any of our showroom and see this range called Creations, which is a completely customized steel storage. I have not come across any other product like that in the market because the ability to produce such product requires investment in machinery. So while we discovered this, we had to invest in machinery. There is another product which we discovered is today people buy the steel almirahs where doors open on the outside. We discovered that many areas the bed is so near the almirah that the door cannot open. If it opens, there is very little space left. That came out of consumer research, and we had to invest a lot in research, design, and manufacturing to build a steel storage which is slide and store. It is a steel storage where, and we have even a steel storage, a slide and store which is extra large size where the doors slide and shut. So in wood it is still easy to make, but in steel near impossible to make. So because and if you see the competition landscape today, I think we are a rarity in this, if not the only one, because it's very difficult to get that right. Generally the door jams if somebody attempts to make that, but because of our processes and manufacturing prowess, GMP has developed over 126 years the same prowess, we have perfected that. So we can produce, and we are selling that quite a bit. So these are very unique products which comes from research, consumer needs, and why steel? Because people love the durability of steel. Steel is something which you can bequeath to your children and it will still survive. And I'm very sure you have seen almirahs from your grandparents which are still surviving, which has the Godrej Storeman logo. And these almirahs also we are building with that kind of durability. So we invest a lot in research and build these kind of products, which are very unique, which will not be available. A lot of competition can come in, but these are unique items which we can make because of our manufacturing abilities.
Was that 22% partition and I don't think so. How much
solid wood, as I said, is only 5% contribution for us.
Tamil Nadu?
No, in Tamil Nadu. I'm talking about Tamil Nadu. All India basically would be a little higher than this, maybe 7-8%. Because we were already there in Shisham wood, rosewood since a long time. South also required rubber, which we are introducing now.
In furniture, people are fascinated by imported items. How we are going to pose the challenge, meet the challenge?
To be honest, we also tried importing and selling a few furniture pieces, of course, with the Godrej quality standards, etc. There are, but what we try to provide to consumers is good quality standards, which is also made in India, which is also going forward one of the agendas which Godrej and Boyce as a group has. A lot of things that we do and we have been doing for 126 years is to show that anything can be done in India also. So we need not always be dependent on imports, while imports, I'm not, basically I cannot comment on somebody else, but I can assure you, even if we manufacture in India with Godrej and Boyce quality standards, will provide them good items. If anyone visits our showrooms, they will realize that the design and the quality and everything else the design is as trendy and contemporary as any imported item. We often basically send our own designers for international exposures so that they can see what are the contemporary trends which are international trends. But more often than not, we, as I gave these examples of these almirahs and other beds, we end up basically designing things which are way ahead of even the imported items. Because we can do fundamental designs, whereas imported items people have to import what is available and getting manufactured in those international factories. But we can design from scratch and sell those. So, and what we promise is the factory-made quality and standardization. International, it might be an import international, but they may not be factory-made. They might just be same workshops which are maybe imported, but they may be just workshops. It's like basically a large carpentry workshop somewhere from where these people are importing, and because of lower labor costs or whatever, they might be getting it cheaper. But we produce everything in factory, so that's what we are.
Most of the builders,
Yes.
most of the builders are paying with people, companies. We only pay to builders for furniture.
We do tie up with builders with furniture. So
Directly or through?
through.
Direct company or through?
No, we tie up directly with a company. So we do a model apartments there, and what we are seeing, and basically, and we can provide you a list also of builders we have tied up with. But what we do is we tie up with the builder, we do up an entire show apartment for them, and more often than not, today the consumers, especially this upcoming IT people, are so pressed for time. More often than not, they say, I want this apartment and I want everything inside this apartment. So the interiors, the furniture there, so they just want to replicate that with a little bit of color changes. So we are doing that very actively. We do have an institutional sales team which ties up with builders. And many of these builders, for example, we have our own Godrej properties, which is just like a sister concern, Godrej Construction, which is a sister concern, and many other builders which do a pre-contract with us for building at least the kitchens and a few cupboards. So kitchens we we measure up and they offer it as part of their offering, even before the consumer gets a chance. Because today people don't want those hassles of measuring and getting a kitchen made. The kitchen takes 1.5 months to get created. Similarly, some of those cupboards also get pre-made today. So, and consumers are perfectly fine with that. So we do a lot of the show apartments today with builders, and we are trying to do more and more of this.
Raw material availability has been a problem.
Sorry.
Raw material availability has been a problem for the industry. How does it?
No, not at all, not at all. Not at all, because basically engineered wood is always available, and the other part of wood also we indulge only in sustainable. So we will buy wood only from places which we know are from planted forests only for the purpose of buying. So Godrej prides itself in being a green, and steel and all, of course, basically the prices go up and down, but raw material has not been an issue at all. Our industry at least.
How much business are expected from this festival season?
Festival season basically contributes to 30% of our annual sales. So we are expecting a good business, and not quote a figure there, but we are planning to grow well because we have a new plan in place, and very soon basically you will see the theme of our new advertising, etc. So I'll still, that's basically a news which will come out. So
How are you facing competition from Amazon, India?
they are not, see, Amazon is not exactly a competition, it's a marketplace. We also sell a lot through Amazon. In fact, our e-commerce business now is 7% of our total business. And we are partnering with Amazon to sell our products also. They don't have their own products, they partner with China. IKEA, our fundamental belief is, and I will not comment specifically on any competition, but competition is always welcome. I have always believed this, that competition, organized competition, increases the category of organized players in the sphere. People are now more and more aware of solid wood products, about products which are basically made, very standard products which can be sold. So the more competition that comes in expands this category of organized segment within the entire woodworking segment. Consumers are becoming aware that this is also a great segment to come and purchase from, because these are standardized products, these are products which are made out of engineered woods mostly, which are not prone so much to borers and termites, and the edge sealing process, etc. are so good that the dampness does not affect the wood inside. It generally expands the category. We fundamentally believe that competition is good for the industry. If you see a few examples, wherever basically we have come in a particular cluster in a city, and a lot of other competition have also set up shops and set up showrooms around it. The entire cluster has grown. So competition is good for any industry. It's never a harm, because the furniture industry itself is 1.3 lakh crore, of which organized segment is not that much. Organized segment might be just 16,000 crore. Now with the 20,000 crore, and I'm basically just giving a vague number because we have never done a study of how big it is, but I'm very certain it would be only some 16 to 20,000 crore. Now there is so much scope of this organized segment to grow and make the entire segment of furniture to grow. So competition is actually doing great. It's beneficial for the industry eventually.
You say you have 7 manufacturing plants. What are the production capacity? Is there any scope for putting up a new plant that will install?
I think presently we are sorted for next 3 to 4 years. We would have enough manufacturing capacity for all the plants. Yes. We have thought ahead because the Khalapur facility and the Haridwar are fairly new ones. So we have ample capacity for at least the next 3 to 4 years, after which we will.
When you are going to have this new type of cabinet,
By October 1st week we will launch.
going to use any higher any stars?
Not this time, not this time, but we will definitely put it on South Media, is what we are planning. But that is something which we have enough. Maybe next year you will see that difference. I am very keen on doing that in future, because as I said, I am a fan of Tamil movies. In fact, my team often basically gets surprised when I sing Tamil songs for them, maybe Antarashari or also. Just joking on that, but we will. I am very keen on that. So. And I did that in my previous organization, which is PepsiCo also. I did that a lot. So very keen on hiring local stars for this place, because we are focusing on Tamil Nadu and South.
What is the usual turnaround time for delivery? Most of your products are
Today most South stars are also national stars. So that makes it much easier for us.
What is your turnaround time for delivery? Because most of your products are customized.
Customized products has different delivery times depending on what is the product. So we do commit it to the customers beforehand. For example, say anything which is a I don't know why I put it on screen, but something, for example, PU coating finish. Almira like a Calista cupboard is a PU coating. Now the curing time for PU coating itself is 7 days. It has to basically be cured for 7 days. So it has a little more. So it varies. Anything from 1 week to 21 days is our delivery time. Kitchens takes anything from 30 days to 45 days, because kitchens is a more complex product which is more customized. And these are only for customized products. For anything which is a standard product, we have ready delivery. So we have a ready delivery for all the pieces. You just go choose in our showrooms, and within 24 hours to 48 hours it will be delivered. And same thing is through e-commerce also. So and we sell a lot through e-commerce now. Not a lot, but at least comparatively 7% is good enough. We have a good competitive advantage in e-commerce because of our huge footprint of 950 dealer plus showroom locations across India, and way more than that in terms of distributors and small retailers. If somebody books on e-commerce, we can deliver through the local dealer. So it's almost basically within a day, whereas a lot of competition which is not so spread out and so omnipresent, they will have to wait for those standard products at least. So it varies. Yeah.
When you say solid wood, you mean to say teak wood something like that?
No, all kinds of wood. So shisham wood, rosewood, rubber wood, teak wood. We are yet to launch something. Yeah, we are yet to launch something, but that's a feedback we are working on. Teak wood is a little tough to work on in a factory kind of a setting. So hence basically we are taking a little more time, but we will develop those processes also.
Are you using red sense? Red sense?
Sorry.
Red sense.
Redwood. We use it in some pieces. Yeah, some pieces are tough. We use a variety of wood. We can provide you an entire sheet of what are the kind of wood we use. As
Southern states, here people like teak wood.
okay. I'll take that also because you are also consumers. So, and in fact, wherever I go over lunch and all, I get a lot of these feedback from press which I start working on because this is what we need. India has so much variations. We are not an FMCG company where similar things can work. We are furniture tastes very wide. Also, we are trying to put in patterns in our wood now, which is something which I think all South markets have asked us to do.
Slating Almeda I not see. Is in the markets?
Yes, it's already there. It's already there, and that's a very unique thing. I don't think you will see that in
The
any
concept is nice actually.
any
Yes,
company.
next to where we know space will not be there.
And it was very space saving for thing. And we also have an Excel range on that. So it is a very large cupboard. As you go taller and taller and bigger, suddenly the accuracy required for the sliding door becomes more and more. Otherwise it will get jammed. So we have perfected that. Also, basically, we have put in those brushes at the end so that no road insects or anything cannot creep in because there is basically a good sealing process there. Because in sliding, that is also an issue. Something can go in. We have actually done a lot of research before we have gone into this. But keep giving me feedback. If not now, over lunch or through PR, we will definitely work on all the items which our friends over here want.
So how much of your raw materials come from Tamil Nadu?
That I am not sure. I'm not sure. We'll have to figure that out. Just give that. We'll take that as a question. Take down his number and we'll get back to you on this. Very good. We procure, but we see whether it is green certified or not, whether it is plantation or whether it is. So all those things we are very. Godrej and Bas, the owners will never allow me to do anything which is not environmentally sustainable. As you know, we also take care of this. This is digressing from the topic, but we also take care of the Mumbai mangroves. So all the Mumbai mangroves are basically taken care of by Goorej and Bas because we own the mangroves, we take care of those mangroves, and we pride ourselves in that. So even the government appreciates what we are doing. South basically mangroves of Mumbai is kind of taken care of by. I don't think Bas can take care of all the mangroves, but we are. At least the wood which we use is very in the sense basically we do not use wood, and that's where our reluctance to use all these international import houses where we don't know what is the source of these products.
So what will be the furniture again? Average ticket size of furniture?
Varies wildly. We
For
can
home furniture.
For home furniture, a side table can cost as low as a
Like
sofa.
sofas.
Sofas would be anything from a 19,000 to a 70,000. So it varies. As we say, we cater to the entire range of customers, from a eco range to a very premium range. We are not positioned as a premium range or an eco range, so we have a lot of different kind of furniture. What we are trying to cater to is all the sides. So while we are launching products which will make it more and more economical, we are also launching more and more aspirational and trendy furniture. So it will vary widely. So every kind of furniture you can. So from a one-bedroom apartment where people can only say afford 1 lakh rupees in total or 70,000 rupees in total to people who can afford 50 lakh rupees, we can basically furnish in different manners.
What is the revenue pie like? How much comes from furniture, how much comes from sofa, mattress, and kitchen items?
Our largest pie is, of course, home storages, followed by, I cannot put offhand the percentages, but home storages are the biggest, followed by followed by our living room furniture, which is all sofas and center tables, coffee tables, side tables, TV units, the loungers, the rockers. So we have a lot of living room units, followed with the bedroom units, and followed with the dining room units, followed with the kitchens.
What about the replacement markets? Replacement markets. You have replacement market also?
Yes, yes. So we have as I said, we are the first Almira home furniture unit which we started was the store level, which was started more than 100 years ago. We have a rich database of customers. So we do a lot of remarketing using that database. We keep sending them offers. We use a marketing cloud to keep sending them offers, and we use a lot of digital methods to do that. To keep sending them offers that today is your birthday. We are offering you 5% extra. You had bought a sofa 15 years ago. Would you like to change the sofa? Here is an offer for you. So we encourage the replacement market in different ways. While for the new furniture market, we go through the new normal media channels like newspaper ads, digital media ads, Google advertising, YouTube advertising. We do all those. So all kinds of digital channels we use. But this is a very big thing for us because I don't think anyone else would have a database which we have, because we have been selling for a long time. Also, we do use the databases of appliances and locks and security solutions. Security solutions is all the home safes and those special kinds of biometric systems and cameras. So for the same consumers, we actually end up selling a lot of things through our different divisions. So we use the consolidated database to market to those consumers, and you can ask them. Somebody suppose purchases a biometric lock for their main door. So we get to know that he has bought a new home. So we can market to them also. So we do a lot of this cross marketing in a sense. But remarketing is a very important aspect.
You haven't said anything about your penetration was tier 2 and tier 3 cities.
We are quite penetrated. So I think basically while we talk about some of those known competition, but they can never boast of the penetration which we have. So we are penetrated to tier 3 and even beyond, because we have even beyond the tier 3 we have a distributor retailer system. If somebody wants a Godrej home storage or a sofa, they can get it anywhere there. And even beyond that, if they want, we can supply it anywhere, because we have local branches and delivery systems in all the places. So Godrej and Voice, which is the flagship company of Godrej Group, has had 20 plus branches and warehouses across India. So there will not be a state which will not have our own facility and our own storage system. In fact, we have a separate division which sells the storage and racking systems to other companies. So we are pioneers in that. So we have built that up across. So any place which wants our furniture will get our furniture. That is our product. We are.
What percentage of the product is consumed by your group itself?
By our group itself, not much actually. We have our offices and establishments are fairly old now. So while we do, as he said, basically when we do refurbishments etc., we use a little bit, but most of it is group itself.
Real estate platforms.
It has basically sister concerns. I cannot quote a figure there, but we are selling quite a bit there. So at least all the kitchens etc. of theirs are pre-made by us. But of course, consumers always get a choice. So most of the places they give the consumers a choice. And in most of the builders, it's not simply about Godrej properties or Godrej constructions. Most other builders also, we provide them these options. We do give this option of the entire home or at least the kitchens from us, and we have a liaising team for that. We have a separate B2B team which keeps doing this kind of thing.
Now, the 22% how much is institutional business or those retail?
This is all retail business. Institutional business is totally separate. I represent only home interiors, which is
Retail.
which is retail business. Institutional business is also